Another day, another grind. This is from the quarterfinal of our Pick 9 beginner tournament. And we have Staunchttv against Seb. Seb is on Kiselev, and Grand Cafe are led by Staunch. And yeah, let's get into it. Um, in general, when we look at the setup here, so we have the Celestial General on his flying steed. We have two Grand Cannons, then a little bit of protection here by Peasant Long Spearmen. Then we have Iron Hail Gunners and a couple of other units, and Crowmen, because Crowmen are cool and there are a lot of them, even in the desert, right? For Seb, yes, he has a little bit of a different setup. Of course, he has two little Groms, then couple of things in the woods here, kind of probably hidden, I would assume. And then we have armored Corsairs, we have Akashian Ambushers, and then a front line of Kislevites, and the hero is the Ice Witch, with a little bit of support by the Patriarch. So yeah, let's get into it and see who is engaging it to the point. Let's fast forward here. We have immediately flanking going on by the Crowmen. So both players really are playing a different game. Nice shots, but those shots kind of hit the ground. Let's see if maybe those those balls here, or yeah, ammunition, is going to roll down and hurt someone, but it isn't. So now it is really interesting. We have the flanking going on. We have the Crowmen. They got kind of a little bit of damage from somewhere, probably some action ambushers, maybe, I would assume. And the other Crowman unit is here, and Staunch is just pushing in. He's taking the point really smart, just one unit here, because I would assume that 450 against 420, so of course the Kiselev are kind of in a disadvantage. And I don't know how Seb will perform right now, because he has to engage, he has to fight. The point is there in control for Staunch. So yeah, let's fast forward once again, and we have shooting here with the Groms. Those Groms have to, yeah, lift probably a lot of kilometers left and right, and the first Grom is already down. Really unfortunate here. And I have to say, those ammunition here, that looks funny whatsoever. Yeah, but you can't really hide from that. So this is basically how I would probably play and pay the troll toll, right? Because now, when the second little Grom is kind of down, you have a big problem, because you have to engage, yes. And the Celestial General is here. What witchcraft is he gonna do here? We have leadership a little bit. Can go down. Then he has Wounded Pride. That's good. And yeah, melee attack is up. So he is kind of like a version of a buffed one here. And yeah, he is juking. He is juking, and the other Grom is really having a hard time. We have a cast over here, I assume. And yeah, this little Grom is probably soon a dead Grom. We have Crowmen here, and they are, I don't know if they pay attention for the things in the woods. They're trying to engage from the back line. But guys, let's fast forward once again, because Staunch just has to wait, right? And the problem is, yes, the little Grom did its deed and destroyed those cannons over here, but there is still another battalion or battery of those cannons there. And now, yeah, those little Groms are kind of gone. Point differential is also going really up, so it is going to be a very tough thing for Seb to come back from that. So fast forward a little bit more, and finally this crewman here plus the general, they found those things in the woods. But maybe it's a trick, maybe it's diversion, because I probably would right now use those here and not go for the crewman, guys. I would probably try to get here, but you can see the Iron Hail Gunners, yeah, I was wrong. The Iron Hail Gunners, they already know that something is up the bushes or in the desert, and now he's turning in. I don't know if that was the right idea here. Let's see. Fortunately enough, the ground differential here, right? It is really good, and the things in the wood punching down really good, running through, they look really, really nasty here. I guess those Grand Cathay people didn't see that. And now, yep, they went, of course, for the Grand Cannons. But, oh, Seb is now moving in. So, finally, he's getting a little bit aggressive, and probably he should have maybe a little bit coordinated that a little bit better. Just a little bit, but who am I to tell, because I would probably blunder that really tough. And the Astromancer is almost down. Oh my god. So even Staunch has to little bit put a lot of attention to this one fight here. But now he can focus on the front line. And we have Iron Hell Gunners here. They will shoot into those Keslovites, right? And the other unit as well, they're shooting into the Corsairs, and he uses really well this little gap here to shoot through without kind of like getting blocked by your own units. We have a nice spell going down. Let's see what it is, and it is a nice ice spell here. So the those Iron Hell Gunners have to move. The damage was not so huge, but yeah. You never know. It can always be important, even though it's now looking not so strong. But we have still the cannons online. The cannon crew from the other cannon is already waiting, right? But still, two cannons are here, and they're shooting in. We have another cast from the Astromancer. So the Astromancer run away, run through all the front line here just to, as you can see, do a couple of shots. But those little Groms are kind of, I would say and assume, pretty much resilient, right? We have here the Ice Witch. She should probably fight a little bit with the other units here. I wouldn't say that she's a strong fighter or something, but she is here. Why just stay around? Over here, Crowman and the Jade Warriors crunching down those action ambushers. They're not made for melee combat, so they are running and getting shot by those Iron Hell Gunners here. And yes, on the other side, once again, Kiselev has a hard time to get through those front lines here, to punch into the Iron Hell Gunners here, Iron Hell Gunners there. This is a tough thing whatsoever. And now Onyx Crowman could crush down the little Grom over there, so now there's not much left, but only the front lines of both sides, plus a little bit of cannons, but I'm not sure if you have to use those cannons for now. And the game is done. I guess there was too many army losses, and let's get into it. So Ice Witch, I don't know, there is not much to see. She performed okay-ish, I'd say. Then those little Groms, they tried. One was the big brother and the other one was the little brother. Then yeah, I would say that, yeah, those two action guys did okay. And yeah, let's get over here, because I assume, yes, the cannons did a great job here. So this cannon survived very long and could shoot a lot of damage into it. Crowmen were a nice distraction, and this one unit performed pretty good. Then coming next, yeah, all the Iron Hail Gunners untouched, unscathed, dished out crazy damage and killed a lot of units. And yeah, the general, well, he was okay. So let's get into the next match. So we are here in the second match, and Seb still on Kislev, Staunch on Grand Cathay, because it's a best of 3. And this time Kislev went a little bit different. No cannons, but a lot of cavalry plus the things in the woods. Then Streltsy here and a lot of range. So the front line is not really strong. And on the, well, Grand Cathay side, we have Zhao Ming, so he is pretty tough. We have Crowman, and then we have a huge point here. Those units here, they are annoying. Crane Gunners, that's the snipers of the Empire, but disguised as Grand Cathay people. So this is tough, and let's see how Seb performs, right? So from the beginning, he is losing a lot of HP of his frontline units, and he only has things in the woods to come around, plus a couple of winged lancers here. Let's see how he performs that, because when those Onyx Crowmen go down and they are fighting with a melee unit, they get the harmony buff, so that's kind of great. And let's see how they perform here, right? So flanking is going on, and on the other side, the front line, that is really a little bit unfortunate for Kislev, because all those frontline chaff units, they're not strong enough to withstand the Crane Gunners plus the Iron Hail Gunners, right? And well, we will see what happens here, because Xiao Ming is fighting here in between of those Kislevite warriors, but he is using a lot of magic. He has good stats, so I don't know if those Corsairs here will do great against him. But the Winged Lancers arrived, and they have to try to get into a couple of those Iron Hail Gunners and the Crane Gunners, but they're just standing. What is going on? They had a little bit of a brain freeze here, those units, right? And now they're charging in, they're trying their best, but they're surrounded also by Crowmen here. And yeah, let's go up, see it from the high bird view here, and it's tough. It is really tough. So Staunch is having all the points, and he is just amazingly good with his spells, right? He is cool, calm, collected, and fights on the one point, then uses some magic on the other turn, and yes, that is what you get. But if the Kislev or Kislevites or all those Kislev units survive somehow, they're trying to get the point. So there is a chance if you play it smartly, but when you look at the battlefield, I would assume there are a lot of army losses already, and those Hail Gunners, they just punch through here. Then we have Jade Warrior Crossbowmen, and another cast is going down, and it really hurts my soul to see those units crunked up and yeah, smashed kind of into the bin, or trash kind of. Ice Witch here is still performing. She is losing a couple of units here. Corsairs are running away, and yeah, basically the point is still on Seb's side, but his units are running, losing HP, and I don't think that he can survive this push and the fights that are still should come or would come, right? The Patriarch right now used a little bit of magic, or maybe it was the Ice Witch. Nice against Peasant Long Spearman, but I would probably have used that on those Crane Gunners here to kind of maybe put them into run mode, right? And yeah, so Kislev is really on its last breath. right? We have action ambushers. That's the only thing that's really left with HP. We have the Ice Witch a little bit and the Patriarch, who is like shot down like crazy. So he has to run for sure. And we will see how long it takes to withstand the onslaught from the side of Grand Cathay and Staunch. So, in general, yeah, tough opponent. I really have to say. And I know that Seb kind of made it into the final round, and that already shows how well he plays and experienced he is. But him and I, we are like a level apart. And that shows only how Staunch and the Bulge in our community are kind of dominating in a very good way, because that pushes us to get better, right? And I still think that when I lose against those better players, but when I feel I performed well, then it's a win, because it takes a long time. And sorry for this rambling, but the game is done right now. It was a quick one for sure, and let's get into the points here. So yeah, Zhao Ming could have fought longer, but didn't, right? His value is kind of almost like the same like the Alchemist. And then we just have probably the value on those Iron Hell Gunners. And then the Crossbowmen, not that much, but Crane, yep, Crane Gunners for sure. And of course the Birdmen here, right? On the Kislevite side. So yeah, I think that when you come with Kislevite warriors, and of course you don't know what the enemy is coming with, they are not shielded, so that's kind of like a tough thing to do. And Cathay always should and will bring a couple of ranged unit for sure. This one, ambusher unit here, really good value, I would say. And we had the Streltsy, and then the, I would say, flanking was half successful, good try, but there were just too many, right? Too many units, and he had to wiggle around, so the effectiveness was not there. But guys, that was the quarterfinal, and yeah, for now, I'm gonna fetch myself a green tea.